What do you think, Berkeley and Greenland? There's not enough money there. Oh boy. I'm so jealous and envious right now. All these great musicians up here, and my doctor told me I couldn't play. I had to take a week off. Just a minor procedure. Yeah, with the eye doctor. I said, don't mess up. These are my two best pupils. She understood. But he got it, okay. It's only going to get worse. Actually, I just got out of the penitentiary. That's really bad. But these are all James Williams' jokes. He was worse at puns than I am. So we bonded on those terms early on. And it was so much fun to hang out with him. I was on tour with Buddy Rich in 1971, 2 and 3. No, 2, 3, and 4, yeah. 71 was somebody else. Okay, anyway, we toured a lot, and we played in Memphis often. Buddy had a good touring agent, William Morris Agency. I think he booked Mikey, maybe not, yeah. So, we went to Memphis, and I met James. He was so passionate. He was a student at Memphis State, and he came up to the band, oh, I really like what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And we talked, and I could tell this guy was really interested in writing in particular. He was talking about the music and the charts and great criticisms and great observations. So, and then we come back to Memphis and play, and he'd be at our concert again. And then we became friends. So, great. Can you show me that score? Buddy was playing several of my charts at that time, so I showed him the scores. What the hell? And he was really good. And one of the concerts we played at Memphis, and the Memphis band played before us, the opening act, which was always good because then we only had to play half a concert. James had written the chart on 500 Miles High by Chick Corea. He loved Chick Corea's style and playing, and he knew a lot of his tunes. We used to play Spain together a lot with James. He loved that tune.
It's very popular now.
So, I met him in 1973. He was 22. What was I? I was 26 maybe. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I loaned him the scores, and James says, you want to go to a jam session? Let's do a jam session. So I think another guy in the band, maybe Benny Wallace or somebody. Yeah, we went with James. It was in this church. It was a room in the church, and they had a piano, they had an organ, and all of his buddies were there. Tony Rees played, and I was in shock. I was also very relaxed that night, which was a good thing, yeah. And it was a chance to play with a different rhythm section. I mean, Buddy was fun to play with, Buddy Rich, but it was always up here. Can we play something slow and groovy? And like that last one, what a gorgeous tune. I mean, James had a vision. He had a vision. He was a missionary, music missionary, and thank God he came. Thank God he came to this earth when I was here. Anyway, and he's gone far too soon, but not forgotten. Thanks to people like Mark. And so we went to the session. Yeah, we're playing, and Phineas Newborn is there. And he sees the church organ. He goes over and plays organ. Honest to God, he plays Con Alma on the organ. I thought I had died and went to heaven. Really, I said, this has got to be surreal. And it was. I mean, Con Alma's a surreal tune anyway. Yeah, with the voice leading, it was like Bach was there. And it is. It's like a jazz Bach. And so beautiful lines. And yeah, okay, so then, I talked to James. I think I'm going to make it up to Boston. He says, well, I'm thinking about that too. So we talked about that. I got to Boston. In 74, I started here. I was going to take 1 year off from the road because it's being on the road is hard work, man. You got to You schlep your suitcases up to the room every night and set up, and then do it again the next night and the next night. I've been on the road for about 5 years. So I wanted to take a year off, and here I am 52 years later, 53 years later. I'll drink to that. Stuff doesn't fit me at all. Okay, James came to Boston, and we had a great time here. He played, he started teaching at Berkeley, some classes. He joined my big band, along with Bill here, and they enjoyed the terror of the writing, and we had so much fun. And we recorded some of James's tunes. I was honored that he wanted me to arrange some of his tunes, so I actually did stretching. Yeah, and I did Thoughts. Thoughts, the soprano solo, soprano melody, and I did for my nephews. Are you doing that one tonight? No, for my nephews, a beautiful tune. They wrote for his nephews, yeah. So and they sang on it. Bill Mobley recorded that one with his band in New York City. So it's out there. And Stretching and Thoughts are on my big band CD, Okavango. Yeah. Shameless advertising. That's right, nobody buys music anymore, so I don't know. I'm not looking forward to the residuals. I remember walking down Edgerly Road. James lived at 25 Edgerly Road, I think, or 28. Just over the corner, yeah, down there and over. I'd walk by after I parked my car, probably illegally, parked my car to go teach, and he'd be practicing, he'd be playing. And then at night I'd go home and he'd be playing. And we had many, many sessions there, many sessions in James's apartment. It was great. We rehearsed some of the tunes he was going to record with Slide Hampton, that record, and yeah, he was always, here, play this. Sometimes he didn't have a sheet. He'd just play it. Play this. He'd play something on the piano. Play this. Okay. I'll try. And he had so much energy, so much passion for the music. And he was very experimental. He would try things. And he liked what we were doing in Boston here, and he certainly contributed to all that. And we did many sessions together. Then he put his bands together. And I got to play with Bill, of course, and Billy Thompson, and Mike Hyman, and Boots Mallison. Yeah, Lockwood played a lot. Keith Copeland. Yeah. And Baggy Grant. Wow. He was a real bebopper. Oh, man. He knew all the bebop heads on drums, and he would play them. And then he'd go into double time, just out of nowhere. Baggy, okay. James loved Baggy. You know, he'd use them quite often. So we worked at the Willow a lot. We worked at all these clubs. The Willow, we worked at Debbie's. We worked at the 1369 Club. None of them are here. We've closed more clubs. Worked at Michael's. One of my favorite nights at Michael's was in 1978 when the blackout. Remember the blackout in the summer? It was like 90 degrees. The electricity went out. Okay, so there was, and on the gig was James and Lockwood. I think you were there, and Mike Stern. Yeah, and I forget who was on drums. And the only one that couldn't play the gig, we played anyway. But Mike Stern couldn't plug his amp in. They had candles. So we jammed out at Michael's, yeah. And then, we played all over the place. I remember James, we did a tribute concert to Herbie Hancock and played the music from The Prisoner. Great music, along with some of James's stuff, and that was fun. Terry Lynn was on that one, and that was at Emmanuel Church, which Mark Harvey runs great jazz entrepreneur. Yeah, remember that one? Yeah, and Billy Thompson was on that too, and so it was just, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here with all of you. This is like a rehearsal. I know so many of you. Ready? 1, 3, 7. Okay. We're not doing that here. So I love James. I love his spirit. I love his message, and I loved hanging out with him. And I love these guys too. Thanks for doing this, Mark.
Greg Hopkins. So I would be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit more about